Hope you're all having fun, by the way, everybody. We don't usually have matches during the week, but occasionally we will, especially if it means getting some of the harder to fit in people. There are some people who have very busy weekends, so it's always good for us to try to cater to them, make sure that we can get a match or two in for them. So thank you everybody who is here, who has stopped on by for Kuso6rande. Just working on a little bit of layout stuff as we wrap up the advertisement section. I think that's it. Welcome back, everybody, for Kuso6rande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. Whittle Blue Bowie, thank you again for those gift subs. I don't know how you keep doing it. Seriously, you are a huge support. The money for this goes to me both so that we can buy prizes for those who make it into the bracket, as well as helping me to eat. I'm a little bit out of it. I got my second vaccine yesterday, my second dose, that is. And yeah, like I'm pretty okay. I'm just a little bit more tired than usual. I think that's the biggest thing. Not really too sore, maybe a little bit sore, but honestly, I'm just so glad that soon I'll be able to get back outside and doing normal stuff. Speaking about normal stuff, we don't have that next because instead we've got our good friend Corndan giving out a video game. Come on in, Corndan. I want to talk about the beauty that is coming up. People are saying RoboCop. There's no RoboCop to be had today, as far as I know.
It could be RoboCop.
Corndan, no RoboCop, please.
I mean, it's not RoboCop.
Good.
But
Thank you.
Let me offer something up, you know, if you will, right?
Yeah. I will.
So have you thought to yourself, you know, Homie D Clown, right? Those stages look really weird. Like,
yeah.
For Homie D Clown, like, why is that?
Yeah.
They had to have come from something else, right?
They did.
And well, they did.
Yeah.
And they came from a game called New York Warriors.
We're going to New York, everybody. Pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, so I have to ask, which game is better, Homie D Clown or
Homie D Clown, like totally.
Oh,
so
no.
This is, right, this game has probably better music, right? They didn't steal the music from this.
Thank goodness. I'm so glad. Your ears will be saved, everybody, but maybe not your souls. That's okay. You've got religion to help you with that. This is not religion. This is Kuso6rande. Much closer to a cult than a religion.
So imagine, right? Do you like top-down Contra 3?
No, I haven't played it.
Well, the top-down sections of Contra 3.
Okay.
Right? This plays like that if it was even worse.
Oh no, bad Contra 3? That's terrifying.
Just the top-down section, not the sideways, just top-down.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I've probably seen that. Actually, I'm thinking Ikari Warriors is probably the best comparison for my brain.
Yeah, kinda. Right, or Soldiers of Fortune, or...
Yeah. I'm confused, because the schedule... Let me go take a look at the schedule. Did we have somebody switch out?
We did.
Okay, that would... No, because I see Prathin on the list here, but... So who...
Ellipsis Break swapped in.
Ellipsis Break, there we go. Aha! I can do that. Yeah.
So we're getting them set up.
Well, cool. Yeah. I'm trying to think. How have you been, Corndan? Since we talked, what, 2 days ago?
2 days ago, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
since your birthday.
I only had minor side effects from the COVID vaccine.
Okay. That's always good. Good.
And so, I'm doing great. I actually paused building my Legos for this.
Aw, you love us.
I do.
Everybody, Corndan loves us. Throw your arms up in the air and scream.
It's true.
Yeah, because he makes us play crappy games that are worse than Homie D Clown. That's why.
I do.
Yeah. I do want to say, though, that we have a lot of great gamers, game masters. Corndan, okay, I'm a little bit out of it after the second dose of the vaccine.
A little bit.
What? What's the opposite of my channel? Having gamers? Oh yeah, we don't have great games around here. We have great gamers and game masters who choose great pieces of games to give out. Which, yeah, I haven't ever seen any of the gameplay for this game. New York
you'll
Warriors.
Find out. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, so I assume that because it's called New York Warriors and not literally any kind of warriors, we're not going to see very much warrior sword action. Going to mostly be guns. Pew pew.
It would be lots of guns, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't know.
So I know we're running a little bit behind trying to get... basically, there's a weird issue with this at the game.
What's the weird issue? And we're not really that behind. We're like 1 minute until we would normally start.
It's really hard to select things for the game difficulty, so I made them a safe state, and we're trying to make sure it all works.
Okay, cool.
And so Impa Danila, I think, is having issues, and I think it works now.
Okay. Well, that's okay. I can go ahead and get the audio and everything else ready. Now, for those... Oh, go ahead.
We did actually I did have to go find another version of this game that actually had audio.
Are you
The original
serious?
version game I had did not have audio. Yeah, so apparently there's two different versions of the game. One requires 1 mega RAM, and that's the one that has audio. And the hard drive installation of the one I had before was the 512K of RAM version, and it did not have audio.
Okay, gotcha. I'll just wait until Impa Danila is done changing the capture so that I can... I think that's probably good. Good. Okay.
But so I gave them a state literally that just...
I don't like this music, and let me explain why. Because of the stereo sound, this is really bad.
Yeah, because some Amiga games have mostly music in the left ear and mostly sound effects on the right.
But this one sometimes has the main tune in the right ear and sometimes in the left.
I know.
Oh, it is not enjoyable. No! I hate this music. I hate it. Corndan, I didn't expect me to hate the music so much already, but I do.
Yeah, it's not... It's not real good, no.
Yeah, it is not great, but that's okay. We're going to New York. This is the tune of New York.
Apparently.
Okay, and all of the players say that they are ready, so I'm going to go ahead and do the countdown with your bot that you made.
I did make that bot.
Yeah, thank you so much. Honestly, Discord bots are kind of fun to put together.
We are working on some more features for this bot. eventually.
Ooh, very nice. As soon as I see movement, I will start a timer. Otherwise, everybody spam action emotes, anything with explosions and I guess guns. Even if you're a pacifist, you can avoid being a pacifist right at this moment because the countdown is happening.
So notice we're like 4 seconds in and people have already died. This plays like Contra, right? One hit kills, no matter what it is, no matter what you touch, you die. We're playing on hard difficulty because these guys are good gamers, right?
Yeah. By the way, if a mod can get the poll up for who will win, somebody on the left or somebody on the right.
There's like 8 levels. I don't really expect people to win because this is like a bullet hell with really bad controls.
Yeah, I can definitely see that right now. Now, one of the sort of Kuso6rande's NPC is playing here.
NPCs is moving really...
I just dislike everything about this game already.
Oh, yeah. NPC's doing a lot better than I did. The rest is kind of what I expected. The game is 8 levels. When I gave it around in testing, most people made it to about 4, right? You don't get very many continues. I think the manual says 3. I think it's actually less than that. But like any touch of anything kills you. I kind of expect NPC here to do well because NPC's good at games like Contra.
Yeah. There is a game over for Ellipsis. That is not a huge deal, though. We still have plenty of time.
Yeah, so there's a couple of fun things here. There are different weapons you can get. So the weapon that NPC has is grenades. The grenades are fantastic. This is the boss of this area, is these 2 tanks. Here's the fun thing, you can literally just walk through them.
Wait, are you serious?
Yep. Some other things, you won't really see it on this level. Actually, you do kind of see it, ellipsis break, right? The jetpack guys come down and bomb the...
Soapy went through them.
The jetpack guys, if you're sitting in a spot too long, they come and bomb the area to make you move.
Okay.
So now we're in... if this were Homie D Clown Land, this would be Chinatown.
Yeah, I recognize these streets. This is definitely Homie D Clown.
So this and Homie D Clown are both made by Synergistic Software. This came out about 3 years before Homie did. So you'll notice a lot of the things are exactly the same.
Yeah, I would say so. The amount that I hate it, they're very similar, is what I would say. Yeah. Apparently, there are actually clowns in this game, Corndan.
There could be.
Yeah, at one point, you go against Ramboids, Sammies, Assassins, Sluggers, Killer Clowns. Yeah. This specifically says Ganja, and finally Bomber. I don't know what Bomber is.
NPC is facing the boss. This is not the community center. This is the generator. I don't know what it is, but the problem is because you're kind of going to stand there for a while, like to blow it up. You're probably going to get like wasted by the flying guys.
Now, somebody said that they hope it's spelled Killer Clowns with a K, and it is. So don't worry, you are completely correct.
So you notice we're like 3 minutes in, and Soapy's already gamed over.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's kind of what I expected here, right? So will we see a completion? Maybe, right? Like in testing, I didn't really, none of us got there in an hour. But like guys like NPC are really good.
Now, Soapy is a new player, if I'm right, if I'm correct. So because of that, I wouldn't be too surprised that a new player jumping into the game for the first time would be like, "Wow, this is really bad," and just plow through and get deaths early. That's still not a bad strategy, though.
It's so easy. Look, it's so easy to die in this game. The first time I played it, I full gamed over in the Chinatown level. right? I've made it to the level after that, the one that NPC eventually will gamed over on.
Oh yeah.
This game is a lot harder than it looks, right? Like,
I don't
because
know.
the
There are
enemies,
bullets
the enemies
everywhere.
don't really care. But so there's bullets everywhere, and your movement is crap.
Yeah, I can tell. Is there any way to strafe?
No.
Well, okay, that makes it a little not okay.
Like everything about this game in some ways is not okay. The only redeeming parts of this game is this game paved the way for Homie D Clown.
That's not redeeming. That's not redeeming at all.
I mean, it is, because we got to give out the, you know, and I was gonna say, and Homie D Clown is worth it because we actually made GDQ put out a bid war of bad music versus worse music.
I just love it.
So, I agree with you guys. Homie is probably better than this. Like, this is more of a game than Homie is, and I'm going to use that term very loosely.
Seems less playable.
Right. Homie is more entertaining and more fun to play. This is more of an actual game.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, poor Homie D Clown. By the way, the manual has lore for this.
Railcoon, the music in this is way better than Homie D Clown.
Yeah, I agree. I still don't like the right ear versus left ear battle that is going on in the game, but whatever, I can live with that. It'll be fine. So here, let me go ahead and read you the lore. Welcome to New York City 15 years from now. Thinking about strolling through Central Park before taking in a play on Broadway? Forget about it. Terrorists have planted a nuclear device in the World Trade Center and have taken New York hostage. Okay, hasn't aged the best.
Not really, no.
Not the best. Salvaging what's left of civilization rests on your shoulders. Is the terrorist request for Manhattan, Greenwich Village in the southeastern part of Schenectady unreasonable? Of course it is. Today it's Manhattan, tomorrow world domination. Stay sane and be ready for action. Not only do you have to contend with terrorists, but you'll have to make your way past the bloodthirsty dregs of society. Runaway trains and assorted surprise attackers in order to find the lunatics that have laid siege to the city. Yeah, it's a little aged.
A little bit.
As an arms expert and self-appointed vigilante, you must battle your way through gang-infested city street subways and parks to reach the World Trade Center. Once there, you must ascend the building using rickety elevators to locate and detonate the device. Wait, why are you detonating it? Don't detonate the device.
Well, we don't know, so...
That's what it's... Are you trying to blow up New York?
Well, maybe. So it looks like Soapy right now is in the lead.
Okay.
They're the first one I've seen get to this backside of that level.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, it says that you're trying to detonate. Maybe they meant deactivate, but got it wrong. Oh no,
Maybe.
We got the subway.
We got the subway.
Okay.
Now watch. We're going to set all this up. Right, a whole bunch of us played for like an hour and couldn't beat it, and watch, they're gonna clear it in like 20 minutes.
That would be pretty hilarious.
Maybe not even 20 minutes. That would be actually really funny.
So yeah, if you can make it here, you'll make it anywhere. If not, the Big Apple bites the dust.
Oh wait, no.
It's a game over.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, for those who are asking if NPC just gave up and walked through the tanks, that is precisely what NPC did, and that is completely a valid strategy.
It is totally a valid strategy.
Well,
it is.
Why should you have to blow up every tank out there?
Look, people are asking, is this Homie D Clown? And the answer is no, this is not Homie D Clown. But it might seem a little familiar.
Yeah, it uses the same maps.
The same assets.
Then again, which is more wholesome, Homie D Clown or New York Warriors?
Homie D Clown by a long shot.
Actually, yeah, I think I agree there. So, yeah, there are various gangs. Jetpackers, they're too cool to walk if you don't move fast enough. This gang of urban hoodlums will waste you. Weapons? Bombs. The Ramboids, here's the description. Very sly. Weapons, AK-47. That's all. They're very sly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's true. Okay. Assassins, mutant ninjas who've never heard the word mercy. Well, maybe they should talk to more people then. Weapons, weapon stars. Okay, sluggers, no runs, plenty of hits. Weapons,
Yep.
AKM. The killer clowns, no laughing matter. These jokers are wild. Weapons, acid bombs. Or acid bolts. Okay. There's also Rastas, no fear of death, high, but not on life. Weapons, Spaz 12 shotguns. No. Rastas, oh my gosh, is a reference to Rastafarian. And
everything about this game is so wrong.
So wrong. That is so wrong. Sammy's can't drive 55. Mad as hell. Weapons AR-15.
So, to Mike's comment here, right? He's right. Like, it has loose controls, but it controls kind of okay. The aiming's fiddly. The game is cheap, and if someone does really well, we'll see the end. But that's probably not going to happen. To other comments here, right? You know, is there like legitimate ways to do this? The answer is yes, right? There's a bunch of things I didn't know until like part of the way through.
Yeah, I could believe that. Honestly, it's going to take a little work to figure everything out here. Are there no sound effects in this game? I mean, I guess Amiga was often sound or music, and you couldn't have both.
What you get is what you get,
well,
right? Which is an improvement over what I originally handed out.
Oh my gosh. That is pretty dang good. So apparently, I'm trying to think. It's interesting that there's one mechanic in this manual that's called stockpiling, and it's for Amiga and Atari ST versions only. You already have a weapon aside from your rifle and have not depleted your ammunition from originally retrieved weapon. You may pick up the third weapon to use, which will put the original retrieved weapon on hold. When you have depleted the ammunition of the third weapon, you'll automatically have access to the second one. It's weird that it's only for those two versions.
My guess is it's just whoever programmed it.
Okay. Well, I guess the IBM version doesn't have that feature. The IBM version, walk over weapon and its letter will appear next to score. I would assume that maybe it's not as sophisticated as what we have here.
Probably. So remember, This is 1990, you know, so, I mean, you could have gotten VGA stuff, right, on DOS. You know, this is. I could have given out the DOS version, but you know, I wanted to give out this version.
So what difficulty are they playing on?
Hard.
Okay, because apparently that affects how many continues they have.
It does. You actually get more continues as the difficulty goes up.
What?
The amount of enemies and bullet hell and everything goes up too.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. There are extra lives of 50,000, 150,000, 250,000 points, and so on. For the manual, and then if you complete the game, you get 100,000 points, because anybody really cares about that. This is so amazing. But the IBM version, you have 3 lives and 3 continue, and then whenever you continue, your score goes to 0. Atari ST version, you start with 5 lives, and if you don't beat the game by then, you go back to the beginning. So yep. I think that this might be possibly the kindest version that you gave out.
Maybe. I mean, it's not really that kind.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. It is a little bit brutal. By the way, the person who did the audio for this game, the lovely music you're hearing right now, only worked on this game, worked on no others. Sad day. Yeah, they didn't even bring him back for Homie D Clown.
Yeah, well,
Maybe they should have. Because it would have been better than this. No, better than that. Whatever. Yeah.
yeah.
I love that somebody is credited in this game for stuff. They did stuff.
Because stuff.
Yeah. What's kind of cool is that the guy who is credited for stuff for this game also helped work on some of the design for the unofficial Diablo expansion, Hellfire. That is a really strange crossover there. They also worked on the Apple's version of Aliens, the computer game. That looks beautiful. How about Conan for Amiga and DOS? I actually don't know anything about that. I didn't know there was a Conan game on those, but it makes sense. Of course there would be.
Well, I mean,
this game over
DOS
music.
versions are like everything.
So the players are actually asking in Discord. NPC asked, there is a completable game in here, right? I'm not sure, maybe, who knows. And other players are asking about the frame drops. This game is an old game.
Well, and I set it up for them in the options file they're using as an A600. So it's the slower Amiga. So in some ways, it's actually helpful to them, right? Because it gives them a little bit of slowdown to figure out what the heck they're supposed to do. And it's what the game was intended to be played on.
Yeah.
Right. The Amiga 1200 will run a little bit faster, but not a whole lot.
Mike is a little bit upset because he played it on one of the later versions. Yeah, oh my gosh, I just took a look, and one of the guys who worked on this got a thanks with the video game Thexter.
Well,
we've had that on Kuso6rande.
Yeah.
That was special.
Yeah, so Mike, when I gave this to you, I didn't give you the option file to play it on the A600, which means you played it on the A1200 that we normally use for our Kuso6rande setup.
Oh my gosh, the programmer for The Seventh Guest was one of the people who designed this game. You know, The Seventh Guest is actually a really fun game.
I really like The Seventh Guest.
I've never played it myself. I think my dad and my sister play a good amount of it. I should stream that sometime. I would love to play some of those old adventure games on stream. But yeah, that's pretty dang cool. What? And somebody worked on production for Tasmania 2 for the Game Boy. Okay. Well, I mean, as soon as... Oh, how about Ren and Stimpy show Vidiots? Yeah. Or Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, like here, like everything... right? This has got everything that every Kuso person would love.
How about Pink Goes to Hollywood? Wizard of Oz?
Oh, yeah, this game has a pedigree.
Oh my gosh, yeah, this person is a legend when it comes to Kusoge. I love this. Home Alone, they did art for the Amiga and DOS versions of Home Alone.
See?
Isn't that the one where, like, Kevin's standing, holding a gun, and they're like, it's time to fight? And it's like, no, you can't have Kevin McAllister holding a gun. That is very questionable to put in a video game. Okay, sorry, I got really excited. You were saying something else.
No, so I will say here, right? to what difficulty are they playing on? They're playing on hard, which is bullet, hell, and 3 continues.
Pew pew. Pew pew pew.
So, yeah, before that, this is why would we give them normal difficulty?
Yeah, honestly, there's some games, especially early on, that I try to be a little bit kinder to players and give them something that, they can make reliable progress on. But giving them hard actually might make it so they can, because they get more continues. And whenever you die, you have a pretty decent length of invulnerability in this game.
But it's also bullet hell, so...
Yeah! Oh no!
So
it blew up!
It blew up. So right now we still have, from what I've seen here, Soapy Gnome first at level 5. Level 4. NPC just behind them, and I don't know where the other 2 are at.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the players are very much complaining about this game in Discord, and you can tell that you got a gem. Soapy Gnome said, "I'm not convinced this is actually a game, to be honest. It's like a senior design project for someone who went to the University of Phoenix."
Sorry for the pauses in between lives. I am considering my life decisions.
It's like a senior design project went to the university. Justin liked that joke too.
It's good. All right, so NPC is also in the level 5 now, fighting the killer clowns who just look like everybody else. And I think NPC at least has 1 continue here.
I could have made better music than this. Everybody, if you want better music than this game, please contact me, and I will. And if you pay me extra, I'll make it out of all fart noises. And it'll still be better than this.
Yeah, it will.
NPC going through the subway. I love that you don't even care about the guardrails. Just go through them.
Pretty much.
Although all of the deaths, he died like 5 times in a row there. Death train! Oh no.
Death train!
I love that the manual actually warns about that specific train. Or was that the demo? That might have been the... No.
Might have been the demo.
No, NPC got a game over. I'm pretty sure
but
that's as far as we've
place.
seen. Yeah.
That is as far as we've seen. So we have NPC and Soapy have both made it to that level. Soapy was much earlier in the level than NPC. So NPC is in the lead.
Yeah, for sure. I still love those guardrails, like, as far as I can tell, don't matter. There we go. Soapy is through the tanks. And moving on. Yeah.
So, Ellipsis is, I see now on level 4.
Okay. Good.
So that's at least 3rd, right? Only because I didn't see where they were at before.
Also, I do have to ask, it seemed like NPC's game was maybe
running faster?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know why. But, this is the sort of game where that's not really necessarily a good thing.
Yeah, I kind of agree that the lag helps out here. The lag really helps.
And I gave them all the same options file, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it might be worth asking if he changed anything, because this is abnormally fast. Yeah, the bad thing about this is that it's going to be a lot harder to dodge anything.
Yep.
The
Like,
positive,
that
though, is that
effectively-
you can get caught back up extremely quickly.
But that definitely ups the difficulty.
Yeah, it's definitely like we're pinging him to see, and he says that yes, he is using the options file that we
We'll
sent
figure out
over.
what's going on. In this particular game, it's not helpful.
Yeah, the difficulty here, I don't want to get NPC into like feeling like he's at a serious advantage or disadvantage.
I think he's at a disadvantage.
But yeah, I would say a disadvantage, but he's still playing really well.
Yeah, I mean, that's to be expected. NPC is really good, and picks up for these sorts of things very, very well. Which was actually one of the struggles I had in picking out a game. Like, you have NPC, you have other players that are actually fairly good. How do you judge something even on, like, match 1?
Yeah.
That's not just going to be a cakewalk.
Yeah, well, like, honestly, I don't think... Occasionally, especially for veterans of Kuso6rande, we sometimes do take into consideration their strengths and weaknesses, but at the same time, that's not something that we absolutely always think about, and that it's just going to be, here's a game that you've never seen before that you get to try to play through. And frankly, I've never seen NPC play a top-down type of shooter game before.
I have seen him play Contra.
Well, I mean, X-Men on the NES.
Yeah.
If that counts.
But, right, really, I'll be honest, I just wanted to show this game off when I refound it. That, like, oh my god, it's Homie D Clown. Right, and then I had to give it out, let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked ever since Homie D Clown first showed up. We did mention that all of the backgrounds were used in a very violent video game. I just love that they're like, hey, you know what Homie D Clown is? It's in not the best part of the city, so let's just reuse everything that we used for this game, graphics-wise.
And what's interesting is the way they did it, too, right? With, like, the subway and everything.
Yeah.
Right, so the subway stops are actual Chicago CTA stops, right?
Oh,
and the
yeah.
stops that they're going to would have been the really bad things in the neighborhood.
My gosh, this music. No killer clowns for NPC. Yeah, of course the clowns are in the subway. They couldn't find their way out. Oh, I love this, and I love how terrible it is.
Bad.
Like, here's the deal. It's very easy to make a mediocre top-down shooter. It's rare that I see something like this bad in that genre. Like, why are there planes flying through the subway?
They're people on, like, jetpacks.
How are they flying over the walls? Gordon, I don't understand.
Don't ask that.
Like,
don't worry about that.
I know all these locations and it doesn't make sense. My gosh.
The walls are really low. Right? They're like cubicle walls.
Okay. That's fair enough. Okay, NPC got another game over. Uh,
Yep. So we're going to see here in a second. Soapy's going to make their way back to that same area, and Ellipsis should be following right behind.
okay, so
I'm going to load up my copy here right at the same time so I can be like, oh yeah, this is what you check.
Okay, cool. So NPC is going to be checking to make sure that the settings are correct, that nothing is wrong here. Yeah, I don't know. Welcome to Kuso6rande. Occasionally things are going to happen like this. And I would say that NPC still gained a lot of knowledge about locations and areas in the game. So it isn't a huge disadvantage to have to go and
I'm
change
not seeing
now.
anything that is wrong. Like, I mean, so
yeah, where do you go to see if it's PAL? You might have to walk him through that a little bit.
Well, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
This way, I'm gonna let so we don't take up all of his time with something that may or may not matter, right?
Yep. At times, if there is something that doesn't appear to be the player's fault, we sometimes do offer a little bonus time for those players. Although, I'm confused because Impa Danila on the bottom left also appears to be moving super fast at this point, with some lag in there. I don't know. Maybe this game's just weird.
Yeah. I'm checking and I don't see any other settings. It's going to be what it's going to be.
Okay. Corn Dad, this game is so bad.
Isn't it great, though?
No. Well, yes, but no. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that essentially it looks like some players are getting fast speeds in certain locations. I don't know why. It very well could
we're
just
trying to
be
sort
the
it out. Yep.
game. Yeah, go ahead and you can keep taking a look and see, but we're going to encourage all the players to keep playing because honestly, I think NPC is still in the lead here.
Yes.
Yeah. So, despite the disadvantage that we were talking about, that might not really be a huge deal.
So, yeah, I do want to point out here, because it's funny, right, that I made like 4 different people play this, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Soapy made it to the big tank at the end of stage 5. NPC had made it there already.
Are you talking about the train?
Yeah.
The death train? What does the manual call it? Beware of non-human threats like the train of death in all caps, as well as an assortment of not-so-innocent bystanders. So it's officially the train of death in all caps.
All right, so I think I know what's going on with NPCs. Not the end of the world.
Okay, cool. Yeah, feel free to bother him. And again, we have Referees
Maybe
and
not.
such.
No, it doesn't matter because the setting I thought it was doesn't make a difference.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway. No, I thought it was just if NPC used the original option setting, right, that would be causing that. But I set some of that up, and that is not making a difference.
That's okay. It's, you know, we'll have to see what happens. And honestly, this game, like, look at Impa Danila at the bottom left. Maybe it's some of these specific screens that are being like extremely fast for some reason. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I do think that other players are experiencing the super fast speed in some cases. Ellipsis is getting plenty of slowdown in this area compared to the other players who have been here, though. Well, we'll go ahead and keep looking into that a little bit. We are 35 minutes into this match and are rocking out to this wonderful, beautiful music. And yeah, we have refs and such who are around, and if they need to make tough calls on what's happening here, they definitely do that. Now, this game that we have here is for Amiga, being run through our RetroArch emulator. I know that it's a fairly recent thing that we have gotten RetroArch.
It's like 2 years, right? We
That's
could do
recent
Amiga
to me.
last year.
That's recent to me. I don't know. Yeah, and all the setups should be the same for the players. So if things are different, then it's very much a shrug type of question. With that said, everybody is still making some pretty solid progress in this game. And they're... Even though a couple of the players really appear to be at a disadvantage due to the speed, they're still making very good pushes.
Yep.
And so, you know, if it ends up being that an NPC does hold and keep the lead, even at this big disadvantage, it would still be a pretty clear victory, I believe. Oh my gosh, this is... There are too many bullets, Corndan. How could they have this many bullets in this game?
Because, you know, they went and bought all their bullets at Bullets R Us. You know, and they didn't have to worry about it. You have so many bullets, you might as well just use them.
Bullets R Us.
Yeah.
That's like the most American store out there.
Have you seen this game?
Yeah, I mean, this is New York Warriors.
I mean, this is about as American of a game as you can get.
Yeah.
So, Ellipsis is almost at the level 5.
Ooh, very nice. Pew pew. I just love the running animation. It's like 2 frames. I mean, that's all you really need. It gives me a sense of running. I see it and like it doesn't look like running, but I can tell that's what they're trying to do.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm trying to think. There are some people, like, I've met in Utah who are like, yeah, I gotta go shopping, gotta buy a few more boxes of bullets today. It's like, why do you need a few more boxes? Why do you need 20? I
mean, I will say, right, if you do like target shooting and stuff as like a hobby, it can be, especially depending on the ammo you have, it can be easy to go through a lot of that.
I mean, that's true, but usually the target hunting is going back out to a hill and setting up cans and shooting them, and I'm like, how much can you do that before, like, without getting bored?
Well, I mean, like I've gone shooting with like my brother and my cousin, right?
I've gone
You know,
shooting a
and
lot
so
before as well. Yeah.
yeah, like it's absolutely I could see going through, right? You know, outside of a couple people, right? Huge amounts of ammo if you're just doing whatever, right? However, I
Yeah.
will also say that in where you live, there's a lot of people who are like preppers and all of that.
Oh yeah, like for Y2K, we knew some people who went and like hid out in the hills. Yeah, absolutely. Who had all of the stuff stored for the apocalypse. It was great. Uh, and then when it didn't happen, and they came back to work eventually after essentially being like, I'm disappearing for a couple weeks. If the world is still here, I'll be back. Coming back and everybody making fun of them like, world didn't
Well,
end, did it?
Clearly, their bug out bag wasn't good enough, right? They had to come back after a couple weeks. So where I'm seeing right now, just to coming on everything I've seen, and people, chat, please correct me if you don't. NPC got to the murder train first, and then a little bit past it.
Yes.
Soapy made it to the murder train, right? That puts them in second. Ellipsis made it to the sewers, and I have not seen if Impa has made it there at all.
I don't believe so, but I'm not 100% sure. That's sort of my understanding so far, that it's that order.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep that as well as go through everything here, right? To help troubleshoot stuff for the next match.
Maybe it's just that after you've played a certain amount, like the RAM has been optimized, and so it runs better. Because it looks like it's going fast for Soapy now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. You have to play until your RAM is optimized. And if your video game does that, I have a feeling you need a new game. What? I hear sound effects now?
Yeah, apparently sometimes they just happen.
What? This game is so bad. Game is so...
I'm telling you, yeah. I mean...
I love it. Ellipsis still taking the long strategy here and killing one of the tanks. I mean, killing one of them is fine. It saves you a life, right?
I mean, honestly, depending on what's going on, like if you can keep the grenade pickup that's right beforehand, you can kill them both like super fast.
Okay, gotcha. Oh no, we're getting into some Chicago versus New York style stuff. Yeah, this is New York, not Homie Declan Chicago.
Well,
I do have to say that Chicago deep dish pizza is vastly superior, though.
Like, so here's what I'll say, right? Both of them have their place, right? I'm a big fan of Chicago style pizza, right? Like, I lived in Chicago for a long time, and like it's totally my jam, right? But I totally get the...
Yeah, I understand. And honestly, I love thin crust pizza. I'm a big fan, especially if it's a little bit crispy. But still, like, literally the best pizza I've ever had was deep dish Chicago. It was amazing.
Lou Malnati's is the best damn pizza there is, and y'all can fight me on that.
Wait,
but I'll
what's
accept
it called?
Lou Malnati's. But I'll also accept Pequod's. Pequod's is great, and if you have no idea what Pequod's is, you probably don't live in Chicago. But you can order Lou's. Lou's will ship across the U.S. and it's not the deepest pizza out there, but Lou's is famous for pioneering the sausage patty as big as the pizza.
Okay. Oh my gosh, look at that. I want it. I want it in my mouth. Yeah, there was some deep dish pizza place that I went to in Phoenix, Arizona. I think it might have been
Probably Giordano's.
I see a news article saying they closed down, but if it was them, there is a Malnati's there.
There could be. Let's find out.
Camelback Road. It could have been, I don't know, but I went there and it was the dang old best pizza of my life. And that was pretty much the only thing I enjoyed about Phoenix, Arizona. The Chicago deep dish pizza I ate.
There are some in Arizona, so you absolutely could.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
There's one in Phoenix. You absolutely could have gotten that there.
I might have gone there. Like,
there's a couple in Phoenix.
If I could see like the inside of that pizza place, then I could tell you. I need to look and see if they have pictures. Okay, picture. I don't think it could have been. It could have been that one, the Malnati's, and if so, absolutely amazing.
As I said, my favorite.
Yeah, it looks like the type of place that I sat at, or was it this? No, it was probably Malnati's.
Right, right. Look, people are gonna get upset over something that might as well be pizza. Because it's stupid, it doesn't really matter. Because if someone comes to me, right, like I'll bash on New York pizza, but if someone comes to me and says, you want pizza, and gives me New York pizza, I'm going to eat that pizza, and I'm going to probably enjoy it.
Yeah, I like New York pizza. I like every pizza except for that one pizza place that we went to at GDQ that gave me food poisoning. Ugh. Yeah, that was a fun time. I slept under a table. Backstage. Yeah, good times. Don't eat at whatever pizza place gave me food poisoning. Ugh.
Look, Mazian, I'll tell you what. I lived in St. Louis. There is something about St. Louis style, like cracker crust pizza, that is not necessarily what I want to eat all the time, but man, is it really good, especially after you've been drinking. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really? Well, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, interesting. People are talking about the possible food poisoning pizza place.
Was Cheetah Pizza the one with the really bad veggie pizza that you all got food poisoning from?
Here's the deal. I got like a white sauce. I think it was a cheese type pizza. I'm not sure there was even any meat on it, and I got food poisoning, which is, yeah. Cheetah Pizza. I don't even know where it is. Like, but yeah, it was at a food court or something, I believe, near a Noodles. I'm not completely sure. And yeah, that pretty much killed me. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a Cheetah Pizza in Minneapolis. No, this was when we were still going to DC for GDQ that I got that one. So we are having people stopping in and taking their first look at the game. This game, here's the deal. This is a run and gun that has too much gun and too much run. And not enough ability to dodge literally anything here. Like,
it sort of, I mean, it sort of controls okay, but then the fact that it's bullet hell on top of that, it does not control okay.
Yeah. Like, there are just so many bullets all the time, flying from
Um,
every direction, and one hit kills makes this kind of
Yeah.
unforgivable. Which, to be fair, I feel like if you were one man going up against an army like this is probably more accurate for how it would work. You know, Grandpa with the machine
Yeah.
gun, he's gonna take you down with one bullet, okay?
I thought that was a grandma for a second there, and then I was just gonna say we all know that all you got to do is gun her down, right, and be a techno cop, and you've got
No, bad. Born Dad, you are not allowed near grandmas anymore, okay?
Look, I don't have any grandmas anymore.
Oh, I've got
And
one. You're not
You
allowed
can
near
insinuate that's because I gunned them down, but that's not true.
her.
All right, so NPC just got back into the sewers. Soapy is just getting back into the sewers. Ellipsis is about to make it to level 4. You know, let's see here. We have like 10 minutes left. Let's see if somebody can make it past the NPC once again, sneaking past that death train. The right thing to do. Hey, we found some killer clowns now. Oh, wait. NPC got past the first death train.
Death train. Wow. Well, yeah. There are multiple death trains?
There are 2 death trains.
Of course,
which
there are
now
2
makes
death trains.
some of Homie D Clown make more sense. You know, why would they make it that there are 2 trains, and if you get on the first one, you go back to because it's the same graphics, and once you have like that
There's
death
so
train,
many bullets from the death train.
yeah.
No.
I'm gonna get yelled at. You think I'm gonna get yelled at?
I hope so. Like, honestly, you deserve it. Yeah, Sabusa is saying this is hell. NPC is just putting a whole bunch of dots. I cannot blame either of them. Impa Danila, by the way, is Sabusa in Discord. And I do not blame anybody for hating this. Yeah.
I'm getting yelled at. I probably kind of deserve it, but you know, like the game is fast. You die a lot, and then you just reset. It's not a problem.
Somebody's saying this is more readable than Cyberdillo. I mean, you can compliment anything, and you can say that Cyberdillo is at least more of a game than this game. I don't know. Would I rather play I would rather play Cyberdillo than this.
This
Let's
is
be real.
definitely more of a game than Cyberdillo. Right now, which one's more fun? And the answer is Cyberdillo.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is definitely more of a proper game. You know what? Right, if you just start turning on like everybody's audio,
Yeah.
right, like it makes a better soundtrack.
Oh no, should I?
I mean, it doesn't really help things.
Is anybody talking on their stream? Let me see what this sounds like.
I have all 4 of them up, and I do not hear anybody talking.
Let's see what this sounds like. This honestly isn't that bad.
No, it's legit, like, not that bad.
It's almost better.
Yeah.
How is this almost better than the original soundtrack?
It's not worse.
No.
Like now it just sounds like a prog rock concept album.
Yeah, this is a rather boring sounding song, and having it 4 times, I think I prefer this to just one. Wow. I'm amazed, okay? Good job, music composer, for somehow making it enjoyable for us to mess up your tunes.
Yep. I mean, but yeah, you let this go with everything, totally more awesome.
Okay, never mind. It's worse now that we have multiple songs. Okay, turning some of these off. Nope.
I'm gonna finish it up for the 4 minutes we got left. You better believe I'm sticking with it like this.
Okay, go for it. I am not doing that. Whatever. Hey, NPC got to Death Train and died again. Nobody's getting past Death Train.
Death Train 2 is the wall here. Soapy's just like, I can't believe there's 4 minutes left.
Do 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 do. My gosh, Soapy name. That music is terrible. But then again,
This whole
everything about this game is so bad.
everything about this game.
I don't know. I have a hard. I'll go ahead and say at least it's fairly fast action. At least I can tell what the graphics are. At least the environments, despite being boring and gray, are actually fairly distinguishable from one another. And at least this didn't steal from another game in order to have these graphics. At least it has the continue system. What else? What other nice things can I say about this game? At least it's not too incredibly terrible when it comes to the plot, even though, you know, they couldn't have been psychic.
What is the plot? I don't know.
There's a nuke in the World Trade Center.
Oh, right.
That's the plot.
The World Trade Center that isn't there anymore. But, you know.
I mean, they didn't.
But here's the thing.
They couldn't
The
exactly see the future, you know. So
that's true. The problem with this game is that the plot is completely immaterial. Right? You could have named this plot anything, right, generic Contra style fighter, right, and the plot would have been just as critical to what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think every game needs to have a deep plot. Big deal. It's just... I mean, I'm glad they didn't, like, try to make it a fresh, exciting new plot when this is fairly generic gameplay. But then again, I would have praised, like, innovating when it comes to a plot. Never mind, the plot sucks. Everything about the plot is dumb. Okay? The villains are dumb. Guess what? The Killer Clowns has already been done before in about 1 million different things. 1 million, okay? I counted.
Well,
hey, this just in.
We're done.
We're done. Yeah, we are done with that match, everybody. And guess what? NPC takes the victory today. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome him in to come chat. Yeah, and I think we'll have to have somebody tell them what the official results are, because NPC definitely made it to Death Train first and made the most progress past.
Well, NPC made it to second Death Train.
Yeah, second Death Train. I don't like
right, and after second Death Train is 11Zs. We all know it.
11Zs?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and bring him in. Hello there, NPC.
You are no longer allowed to tell me what is a good or bad game again.
I don't know what you're talking about. The game is fine.
No longer allowed.
I don't know what you're talking about. You did fine.
If you're telling me a game is not good enough for Kuso6rande and you give me that, I have strong objections with that.
Corndad was saying somebody would yell at him.
That's like one of the truly genuine bad games I've ever been given on Kuso6rande. And you gave that as a round 1. How could you even possibly think that was a thing you should do? I don't care if I won. I really don't. Why did you give us that game?
This is a really bad game.
This is so friggin' terrible.
Well, you entered a bad video game tournament. What do you expect, NPC? You're like, I'd rather play than be a GM this year, so yeah, Ben, you get to play crap.
I wanted to play the sledding game that they were playing at the first round. That seemed fun.
Wait, what?
Instead,
you want to play the plowing game?
Yes, I want to play plowing game.
You take
I want to play plowing game
gosh.
because at least it feels like I can at least dodge stuff.
Well, you can dodge stuff here.
No, you can't. Oh, yes, sure. Oh, it's coming at 1,000,000 miles a minute. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, sure, I dodged.
Well, okay,
yeah,
let me just say that we aren't completely sure why it was running faster for you than other players at times, but sometimes theirs would speed up to your speed. It's just that yours was like consistently fast.
And the thing is, I know that if I had a slower speed, I probably could have survived a little bit more. I'm not saying a lot, just a little.
Well,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I found this game and had to give it out. And everybody at like an hour that I game tested all kind of made it like halfway through the game. I'm like, these guys are better than we are, right? Somebody's probably gonna clear it because man, I am really bad at this.
How would I know
really
any different? Bad.
Yeah, no, this is totally not it. Game. I kept seeing all the parts of Homie D Clown in it too. I'm like,
that's literally why I gave out the game. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bad top-down Contra where that shares assets with Homie D Clown.
Yep, that's pretty much the reason you got it, and because Corndan's like, I think Corndan was plotting to give you this game for a while, because he's like, this is a game that I know NPC hasn't played, and honestly, I feel like this is a genre that is vastly underrepresented in Kuso6rande. So, NPC, you got to participate along with everybody else in your round of exploring different game types that we can have.
So I want to point out. That. Yeah, you see the message, don't you?
Yeah,
NPC?
I see it.
So Soapy's complaining in Discord when he goes, "Oh, I made it to the boss of level 5." I said, "There's a second death trade," and then just yelling.
So I want to mention in the instruction manual it says that you have to complete the objective.
And no, you don't. You just walk past it.
That's what I saw. That's what I saw when I just walked past the boss of level 2. I'm like, wait a sec. And so I looked at the screen, and it still gave me a green, and I'm like, okay, we are not doing whatever it tells us to.
I love it. I love it so much.
That was the other reason NPC I didn't feel bad about it. Like even my casual playing, I was like, wait, I can just ignore everything? Okay, someone's gonna be better than me.
As it turns out, yes, you can. And that is definitely a good thing. Ignore what this game wants you to do and just get through it. NPC, I'm so glad that you're back. I'm so glad that you're able to play this. And I'm so glad you got to suffer. Oh, I'm glad.
You heard the anger coming from my voice. It is pure and genuine. There is no love for Corndan.
I actually hear a little love in that voice. I can tell. I feel like a drop of love. And that's all you need, Corndan. One little teeny tiny little baby drop of NPC's love. Gets you through the day.
I will find a way to get revenge. This is not over, Corndan.
Yeah, Corndan, you have 4 people who are seeking revenge, so you better watch out.
5. Dana is still threatening revenge from the Kuso6rande Invitational.
Oh, what about, is Maikuyama promising revenge for this game?
I don't think so. I didn't make Dana play this game. Dana's just seeking revenge for everything else.
I mean, that's kind of Dana's thing, vengeance.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Dana has no vengeance towards me. He likes me, I assume, anyway.
Oh, Dana likes me too, but that's not going to stop him from seeking vengeance if he can get away with it.
Nah, I seek vengeance whenever I get a chance, okay? I might say, yeah, I'll forgive you this time. But in reality, my mind is thinking, what can I do in order to get them back? And, as long as
what are you going to do, make me play bad games? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really good at the vengeance stuff. I always want vengeance, but I never get it.
I mean,
yeah, because you can't give you a good game. You just give it to somebody else and then make them suffer. You'll enjoy it more. And what did I do?
Actually,
look, what are you gonna do, NPC? Threaten me with a good time here?
No,
okay.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna threaten you with a mediocre time.
No,
I'm gonna give you a game that is not good or bad.
Pink jelly.
So you're buying me the latest
buying you the
Bubsy game?
Bubsy that's on Steam. Yes, I am buying you the Bubsy game on Steam.
Well, okay.
You know what? If you do, I will stream that, or I will put it on Don't Make Us Bored.
If you put it on,
that I've played it at least once.
One moment.
Okay. Also, I'll go ahead and say that the majority of my vengeance that I dish out is just through Kuso6rande, okay? Consider it my vengeance upon the world.
Pretty much.
That's what this tournament is.
Oh wait, so I have to check to see how much Bubsy is because it's actually probably much overpriced.
Well, as NPC sorts out giving revenge to Corndan, I'm gonna go ahead and hit a 1-minute break so that I can work on getting set up. We'll be back. We can listen to them yell at each other. If you are subscribed, you won't get an ad. So that's your benefit here. Yeah, 1 minute. We'll be back.
Okay, so I am totally not buying this for you. It is $20.
Yeah, it is not worth $20.
No, revenge is it's worth $5 at the very most, but it's not worth $20.
I have spent a lot of money on revenge before, NPC. I'm kind of disappointed.
Listen, I've bought enough people Paris and Grey Witch.
Yeah, okay. That's gonna be vengeance for enough time. For a while, Lasts a couple years, I think.
And the real reason why I hate this game is that with every game in Kuso6rande, it's just you have that feel that you really want to go back and tackle it just a little bit more.
Not this
game. No, I'm never touching this game again.
Let me see, because Justin's in the room. I'm talking to NPC. What do you think of Pears and Grey Witch? Are you gonna say anything?
We'll let you swear on stream.
Was it? He said it's not worth saying anything. Nope. Yeah, that's how he feels. Sorry, NPC. He won't even acknowledge.
Well, that's as much as Pears and Grey Witch deserve.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, that is something special. Well, everybody, we should be back from the break. Hello, and thank you, Widow Blue Bowie, again for those gift subs. I'm gonna let both you and Corndan go, NPC. Thank you so much, and congratulations on your victory today.
That was a victory, question mark?
Yes, you did win, but at what cost?
And that means you're gonna have to play more games.
Woohoo! I am having hopes that the second game will be much better than this one, even if by a little.
Even if just by a little. Well, you know, there's no guarantee. You never know what's going to come up when it comes to Kuso6rande. Okay, both of you, take care.